Pisces, hi. So this is going to be a reading for December 11th through the 17th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Pisces. All right, the overall energy for the reading, the moon. That's you. That's your energy right there. Definitely some things are possibly coming to the surface a little more where you can see clearly what's happening in a particular situation. We're still carrying a little bit of a hidden kind of a texture to them, in the sense of, even though you see clearly, you may not want to see them as clearly as they're showing up. So let's see here. In the recent past, the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Wands, the Lovers. All right, so there's this connection. There's movement. There's something going on within this connection. There's a sense of, I gotta do something about this, but I'm not gonna, I think. You know, there's a little bit of rejection to that. So even though the action is coming from you, you're also kind of cutting it short too. In the current situation, the King of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, the Four of Pentacles. Man, someone's hanging on to something here. This looks a lot like financial issues. You know, somebody struggling a little bit, and it causes quite the hassle here in a particular situation. It almost looks like there's all sorts of energies coming at this with blah, 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 you know, not great positive energy here for sure. And it's one of those that just somebody just doesn't want to let it go, you know. So I don't know if it is financial in any kind of way, but it does feel like it's very grounded in the material. Let's say you bought something for the house and somebody doesn't agree with it, and it's like they're just not quitting, you know, kind of a thing. It's kind of looking like that. If not, it's just any kind of conflict. But again, someone seems to not be able to let it go. In the immediate future, the Six of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Whatever's going on here within the situation, it's actually going to be ending up teaching you a lot of lessons, you know, this particular one. And I see you just kind of being open to that and just kind of being in that place of, okay, well, now I know what's what, you know? So, yeah, definitely something coming to the surface here for you to look at. Let me see the moon. Let's clarify. The Four of Wands, the King of Cups, the Empress. Okay, so we could be talking about a marriage here. It is a commitment. You're showing me a sense of commitment here. Doesn't have to be a marriage, but family related, most likely. You know? There is a lot of love here. There is a lot of caring for the situation. So it's not something insignificant that's just gonna... Yeah, it's somebody off the street. They don't agree with this, that, or the other, whatever. You know, no, it's quite meaningful. Let me do the Ace of Swords in the recent past. The Page of Cups, the Magician, the Emperor. All right, so really putting in effort, putting in energy, putting in love in a particular connection here. You're really wanting to. There's a lot of manifestation backing that up, and it's coming from a sense of, because I want to, you know, nobody's forcing me to. It's a nice energy. Let me see the Seven of Wands. The Temperance card, the Knight of Swords, the Five of Swords. Not really. So the way this goes, so let's say there's two energies here, right? And they're both kind of fighting for the same thing. Trying to create this connection, very stable connection, and to sustain it, to keep it going. One of them is very determined. One of the energies is showing up as being very determined, like, let's go, let's do, let's The other one is showing up as determined, but late to the game, kinda. You know, like, okay, let's go, let's do, but give me like a year and I'll catch up with you or something. There's a delay in one of the energies where the both of them kind of start off at the same time. One of them keeps going, the other one is like, la-di-da-di-da, you know? Like, okay, yeah, I'm with you, but, you know, later. Okay, which makes this whole thing a little deceptive, a little, okay, something's not working out here, you know? Let's do the Lovers. The Eight of Swords, the Three of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, yeah. And it gives, like, what, the energy that's kind of shooting for it, and it's just kind of, you know, let's go for it. It gives it the sense, this whole situation, it gives this energy the sense of, I'm at this alone. Like, I'm by myself here, even though there's another person right next to me, you know? So there's a lot of commotion that's being created there just by this energy only of a little bit of delay on the other side of the fence here. So it kind of creates a sense of stagnation, a sense of, what am I doing here? You know, kind of a thing. Let me do the King of Pentacles in the current situation. The Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the World card. All right. Let me do the Five of Wands. The Seven of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Hermit. Okay. And let me do the Four of Pentacles. The Fool, the Queen of Wands, the Three of Cups. Okay. So, if this is the same two energies, the both of you are showing up as wanting to make things work out. That's the common goal. That's, you know, the both of you have the same intentions. Everything's fine in that department for what you're trying to achieve. Now, how you're trying to achieve it, again, it comes through as contradicting. It comes through as one is showing up more, I don't want to say impulsive because that's not it, but more, again, to the target, to the point. Like, okay, let's go, let's do. While the other one is like, let's sit on it a little bit. You know, let's not. And that in itself is going to create conflict. It's very similar to the past there. There is a little progress on this one right now. So the things have stepped up a little bit where the other energy that was left kind of behind possibly caught up. But there's still that difference in energy and approach, you know? And it's not that one is more rushed while the other one is like, yeah, let's chill. Both energies are valid. It's just they're different. So they could bump heads if neither of you have the understanding of, okay, well, I'm dealing with someone that's going to act in a different way than I am. It might create big conflict here. And it could be something related to your sense of stability that you're trying to create together. Think of it as maybe you're trying to purchase a home or something. It's like, it's going to be a hassle with this approach, you know? That's very different. Again, not seeing anything wrong with either energy individual, but when I put them together, if there's no acceptance that the other energy is different, then there's a problem, you know? It sucks because, I mean, the goal is the same. The both of you want the same thing at the end of the day, you know? It's just you put too much price, possibly individually, on your way of getting to the end goal, you know? So that could create issues here. Let me see the Six of Cups in the immediate future. The Hangman, the Eight of Wands, the Five of Pentacles. Everything is kind of coming to a halt in the sense of it's looking like nothing is moving necessarily, not forward, not backwards, not anywhere within this specific soul connection that's showing up here. It almost feels like a blah period of time. Like, okay, what? You know? Which might be interpreted as, are we done here? Like, what are we doing? Just wasting time, just letting time pass by and nothing's happening. Like, are we, like, what's going on? I see a little bit of an interpretation in that direction for this one. because it's feeling so stagnant, so like no progress, no nothing, you know. So it could be brought up here, this stagnation being translated into what's going on here. Where are we going with this, if we're even going anywhere? It could be brought up into conversations here. Let's do the Page of Pentacles, because I mean, it's almost like a shock to the system, because you're coming from a lot of energy moving, even if it's moving not necessarily in the best way possible, because it's always kind of like contradicting, but it's moving. There's energy that's moving a lot, and then all of a sudden it's like nothing. So then it's like, uh-oh. And instead of kind of observing the shift, maybe you need a break, you know, from these energies. Maybe that's why this energy is here. But it's being automatically interpreted as, oh my God, are we losing this? Like, you know, we don't have this anymore. So, I don't know. I don't think so. I think there's just a shift that's going on here. Maybe you need this break in energies, because this is a lot. It is moving, but it's a lot of movement, especially when it comes in contradiction like that. And again, if there's no understanding on either side that maybe we have different approaches to this, and that's okay, then it's just going to complicate things even more. For the Page of Pentacles, you get the Hierophant, the Knight of Wands, the Six of Pentacles. This is the step in which one of you, and I'm kind of guessing that it's you because it's your reading, is approaching that middle ground kind of an energy, that trying to understand that maybe they're approaching this in a different way, but maybe they want the same thing. You know, and that's okay. You know, the acceptance over the mismatching approach here to something. So somebody's coming at it with the desire to kind of accept and understand what the hell is going on ultimately, instead of just, oh, let's bitch about whatever and whatever. Oh, I'm not going to see your point because you're not going to see mine. Oh, nothing's happening, so that means we're done. Oh, blah, 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 all sorts of things. And it's like, you know what? Let me place myself in their shoes for a minute, you know? And let's see how that goes. Let me see if they're acting exactly like me or maybe in a different way. So, very interesting twist here. So maybe that break was needed. It's definitely a sudden stop to all of these energies that are playing out. And I don't know if it's self-imposed, if it's someone being like, okay, I've had enough of this. Let's just, you know, I need a break. Give me a break here. And then kind of coming at things from a different perspective, which is very constructive here by the looks of it. But I don't know. It's a good one. For the Hierophant, you get the Nine of Cups, the Moon, the Seven of Cups. That's an interesting energy. Because you're showing up again here with a sense of, with the full sense of acceptance, actually, over the fact that this situation is yours and how you're dealing with it is what's going to make you happy or not. In the sense of, if you want to accept that maybe you're coming from different places at times, then that might give you peace of mind. But if you want to oppose that and go against that, then that might actually complicate things for you personally and then for the situation specifically. So it's kind of like, you know, with or without this kind of a conclusion that you're reaching, which is very interesting because it falls from a good point, standpoint, where you're acceptant of both. You're accepting of both. Which does provide you with a sense of independence, a sense of you're not relying upon this 100%, but at the same time you want to be part of this, you know, because it makes you feel good. But it only makes you feel good when you fall into the place of acceptance that sometimes we're different. You know, if that's the only issue here, of course, because if someone's unhealthy, then that's for another reading, another story. But yeah, interesting concept here of basically acceptance in the bigger picture of things, you know. Definitely falling into the place of with or without you, and both of those places are accepted here and embraced at the same time, which duality. So quite interesting. Interesting outcome for this, out of all this commotion. I didn't expect for things to actually settle down and fall into almost complete acceptance, over I'm different, you're different. Let's take it from that premises. Let's see what the universe has. The Empress, the Death card, the King of Wands. Yeah, because it all gets so piled up. This energy of movement or contradiction gets so piled up to the point of one of you, if not the both of you, just wanting to give up. Like, okay, this is too much. I don't want to deal with this. Instead of taking the other approach and kind of trying to detach from the whole thing and just see things from a different angle, different perspective, which I feel like that's coming up for you in the immediate future. But as of right now, you're in the pile up of energies that are kind of making you get really close to that point of, take them away from me. Like, I don't want to see them. I don't want to, nothing, So you could be possibly experiencing that a little bit based on the conflict that I see here, and it's piling up more and more and more. But again, there's a little bit of a sudden stop, and then, okay, let's take a different approach here. Let's see where this is going from another angle. So interesting, but that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.